Bear with me, I'm sorry. Okay. So, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 4, chapter 17, verse number 28. Um, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yatkripastamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Evam Evam Manyu Mayim Murtim Evam Manyu Mayim Murtim Kritantam Iva Bibhratam Kritantam Iva Bibhratam Pra- Pranata Pragnal Pragnali Praha Pranata Pranjali Praha Mahi Sangnat Vepathu Mahi Mahi Sangnat Vepathu Evam Manyumayim Murtim Kritantam Iva Vipratam Pranata Pragnale Praha Mahi Sangnat Vepathu. Please repeat, please share. Please read. Evam Manyumayim Murtim Kritantam Iva Vipratam Pranata Pranjali Praha Mai Sanjata Vepathu Evam Manyumayim Murtim Kritantam Iva Vipratam Pranata Pranjali Praha Mahi Sangnat Vepathu. Synonyms: evam, thus, manyumayim, very much angry, murtim, form. One second. It says display is cancelled for some reason. Okay. Manyumayim, very much angry. Murtim, form. Kritantam, death personified. Yamaraj, death personified Yamaraj. Eva, like. Vibratam, processing, possessing. Sorry. Pranata, surrendered. Pranjali, with folded hands. Praha, said. Mahi, the planet Earth. Sangnata, arisen. Vepathu, Vepathu, trembling in her body. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanarvind, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Okay. Translation. At this time, Prithu Maharaj became exactly like Yamaraj. Hmm? At this time, Prithu Maharaj became exactly like Yamaraj, and his whole body appeared very angry. In other words, in other words, in other words, he was anger personified. After hearing him, the planet Earth began to tremble. She surrendered with, and with folded hands began to speak as follows. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is death personified to miscreants and the Supreme Beloved Lord to the devotees. In Bhagavad Gita 10:34, the Lord says, Mrityu sarva haraschaham. I am all devouring death. Death. Faithless unbelievers, I don't know, something is wrong with it. Zoom is there. Do you want to take this one? You read from something is wrong. It's not a play. Okay, okay. Extend okay. Oh, let's okay. Faithless unbelievers who challenge the appearance of God will be delivered by Supreme Personality of Godhead when he appears before them as death. Hiranyakashipu, for example, challenged the authority of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the Lord met him in the form of Narsimhadev and killed him. Similarly, the planet Earth saw Maharaj Prithu as death personified, and she also saw him in the mood of anger personified. Therefore, she began to tremble. One cannot challenge the authority of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in any circumstances. It is better to surrender unto Him and take His protection at all times. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasme Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha हे जय श्री श्री राधा गोपी जन भगवान की जय निताय पतित पावन गौर हरि भगवान की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरोऽप्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So, welcome everyone. Sorry for a little delay in starting, and was trying to present the do the presentation, uh, do the extend the screen and other things, but somehow or the other it's not working out. Hopefully, it will work this time. Okay, so looks like it's working. So this is not good because you're seeing my notes. Yeah, but I have to see my notes. How do I see my notes? I have to extend. That's what I'm saying. You said don't extend. No, that was creating problem. So now hopefully this will work. If Govinda Prabhu blesses, then things will work. Yeah, Nityananda Prabhu's mercy flows. Yeah, I'm not speaking anything. I'm just doing the PJ. What's wrong with me, yaar? You're able to see? No, they might not. Yeah, I give you. You can put, or you can mirror your phone. Why can't I extend this here? That is my problem. Please forgive me. हाँ आ गया okay. Screen sharing has stopped as the shared window is closed. अरे कहाँ close किया यार? अच्छा इधर से बढ़िया क्या बात है परफेक्ट सॉरी अगेन स्क्रीन टू निकालता हूँ एक्सटेंड कर I'll just disconnect it here from here, right? Okay. Share. So I'm so sorry. Okay. So I have no, this is the standard disclaimer that I have no qualification and no realization to speak on this subject matter, trying to serve in some way, shape, or form. This chapter is describing how Prithu Maharaj is getting angry and he's ready to, he is, um, he's ready to, shot an arrow in front of on Mother Earth in the form of cow. So this particular pastime, when it's happening, and now as we already read in the translation, that by being feared and she was giving uh, excuse that okay, if you kill me or if you destroy me, you all will fall into Garbhodaga ocean. But Prithu Maharaj said, don't worry about that part, I'll take care of, I'll sustain or maintain everyone without you. So these are the certain, it is not updating on the, हो रहा है oh अच्छा इधर से उधर आने में इतना टाइम लगा so the chapter 17 highlight is that the citizens suffer starvation and the earth flees from Prithu Maharaj, being in the, worried about getting hurt. So Mother Earth in the form of cow appeals to the king.
Even Prabhu, we cannot see it on the Zoom if you change the slide.
Sorry? Your screen it is shared.
On the Zoom, it's not changing the slide.
PPT is also shared. No, on Zoom we can see that you are setting browser, not PPT. Interesting. Yes, share the screen. Share the whole screen. Okay. But if I share the whole screen, then you'll see the other part, right? आप लोग मेरे को will not see your notes. No, you'll see notes. So that is the whole point. Okay, I see what I see. Yeah. क्या हुआ शेयर बेटर हाँ आ रहा है ओके गुड हाँ just start Prabhu whatever you want to share. Okay, got it. So now so Mother Earth is she is very terrified. She is very much trembling, and she's seeing uh, Mother Mother Earth is seeing Prithu Maharaj as Yamaraj or anger personified, and now Mother Earth is Mother Earth is actually begin to speak, and she's going to plead to Prithu Maharaj. So here, the highlight of this verse is basically Prithu Maharaj is trying to discipline Mother Earth, and because she has hidden all the uh, roots and seeds, because of she was mistreated, and she was you know because King Vena's atrocities, she did that. And two things: Mother Earth is fear, and Prithu Maharaj's anger is very prominent or highlighted in this verse. So Prithu Maharaj's anger, that is his corrective mercy and the corrective compassion from Prithu Maharaj, that she is basically she is you know fearful of being destroyed, even though she herself is very compassionate towards the inhabitants, and she wants to do the best for them actually. She is the most tolerant, and but given the situation, Prithu Maharaj is not happy with her. So the problem statement for Mother Earth's fear is that she felt neglected and misused. And the solution for that is what is written in Srila Prabhupada has written in the last sentence of the purport, is that surrender to the Lord and take his protection at all times. If we do that, we are always safe. Now, um, we are moving into um, this week. We'll be on Friday celebrating Nityananda Trayodashi. So our Shamkishore Prabhu said this week we'll be speaking and glorifying Nityananda Prabhu. Um, so I have put together some points here. Please bear with me. Nityananda Prabhu is showing the ultimate surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the most merciful, he is the most compassionate, and he's showing there are three qualities that we have tried to highlight here. Unparalleled tolerance. So Lord Nityananda is never angry. In the song Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai, Abhimana Sunya Nitai Nagare Bedai. So he's never angry at anyone. He's always seeing everyone part and parcel of the Supreme, and he wants to show and see how he can engage everyone in Krishna's service, how he can induce them to chant Krishna's names, do devotional service, associate with the devotees, how he wants to make sure that he pleases everyone to in the devotional service. Then his mercy is unlimited. So Nityananda freely distributes the gift of Harinam Mantra, which is Adhama Patita Jivel Dware Dware Giya Harinama Mahamantra Dichena Bilaya. So without any discrimination, he goes to every single Adhama Patita, the lowest of the low person. He goes to their home and he gives the Harinam without any discrimination, without seeing any qualification, and unconditional humility. That is Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda, while distributing or while holding the straw between his teeth, and he says, please purchase me by worshipping Gaur Hari. He says, if you sing the name of Lord Gaur Hari, I am purchased. Please sing the name of Krishna, name of Gaur Hari. Jare dekhe tare kohe, dante trinadhari, amare ke niya laha, bala Gaur Hari. So these are the three stanzas of depicting Lord Nityananda has unlimited wonderful qualities, but these are the three that has been highlighted. So I will stop the share and I will go through my notes. Um, So Lord Nityananda, so the Nityananda Prabhu, as we all know, he appeared in Ekachakra Dham, and at a very young age, he was at the beginning of his, like manifested pastimes. He's very inclined to perform the leelas of Krishna's pastimes. So he would get together all of his friends, and he would he would play the pastimes of Krishna Leela. And the he is also he has his qualities described as um, he is representing the loving, forgiving, and accessible aspect of Krishna or God. And pastimes of Jagai Madhai are the ones that highlights the level of compassion. Even after being hit by, I think it was Madhai, right? He hits, and Jagai stops him from hitting again. When who comes, he said, "Oh no, don't don't punish him. He helped me. He saved me from being hit again." So that is the extreme level of compassion. And by Mahaprabhu just heard from Nityananda Prabhu that, oh, somebody helped, somebody saved my Nitai. So he ultimately, immediately became, you know, favorable or compassionate towards uh, Madhai. He is also described as Karuna Murti. Um, from his early childhood, his only desire was to reenact the traditional pastimes of Krishna. Nitai at times gathered all his friends and closed the doors. Close all the doors, and it will become very dark in the room. And as Lord Krishna appeared in the midnight, he would enact the pastimes of he enact the pastimes of Krishna's appearance. So what they would do is that Kamsa's jail is very dark, and then he will he will he will have one of the child become Vasudev and another, and then he will enact the pastimes of Krishna's appearance. Another time, he had a friend dressed up as Vasudev, and um, under Nityananda Prabhu's instructions, they'll take one of the baby dolls, one of the toy dolls, and they'll cross one river, small river, and they will do the pastimes of Krishna taking from Krishna from Mathura to Gokul. And then he and his cowherd friends would usually go to graze the cows and calves, uh, and in a like being in the mood of cowherd friends. They would play their horns and flutes just as they had previously done in Vraja. While out with the cows, Nitai would enact the pastimes as well of killing the demons, that he would kill Agasur, Bakasur, Rahistasur, Keshi, and reenact the Krishna's pastimes of killing these demons. Sometimes unseen by anyone, he would enter a house where milk products were kept and steal butter with his coward friends. So these are the pastimes that he would reenact that he was already done in Krishna Lila with Krishna Bhagavan and Krishna and Balaram. The way he would do it. So one day, um, to he would he will take the banana leaves. Banana leaves are big in size, so he would take few of the banana leaves together and make it like Kaliya serpent. And he went to the Padmavati Kunda and he goes in the water and makes those leaves float on the water, and he would begin to dance in the water on the leaves. And by seeing this, some of the kids will enter into the pond, and by his mystic potency, those kids will actually get fainted, and thinking that, oh, this is the kund, or the Kalia Ghat, where Kalia is residing, and he would by his Yogamaya Shakti, he would revive them, and they would come back, to life. So one time he was completely absorbed in the form of Lakshmanaji. He was playing Lakshmanaji in the Lord Ramchandra's pastime Ram Ravan Yuddha. And the idea was that Nitai would be hit with some flower as an arrow, and he would faint. But he told one of his friends that you become Hanuman and you go get Sanjeevani for me, then I will come back to life. But Nitai's acting was so real that he was hit by a flower, and he fainted, and he's not coming back to consciousness at all. Everyone was so worried, like, really, what happened to him? And he's on the ground, and they are all crying, almost crying, and they are all complaining, oh, Nitai, Nitai, what happened? Then one of the child remembered, hey, you were supposed to be Hanuman. You should go and get Sanjeevani. And then that boy goes and gets that Sanjeevani, or that herb, and lets Nitai smell. As soon as Nitai smells that, he comes to life, and he's awakened. So this is the level of absorption Nityananda Prabhu exhibited at that young age. And the some of the pastimes, they were never told. They never went through any formal reading of these pastimes. So their parents, when they come back, and they would tell the parents, or they would see them enacting these pastimes, they would be amazed. Where did you guys really learn this? Where did you guys really see this? And they would be amazed. But because Nityananda Prabhu is none other than Balaramji, he already knows, and the friends, or the his intimate associates are also knowing all these pastimes they've already enacted in the past before in Krishna Lila. Another time, Nitai Chandra had a coward friend play the role of Akrura as he came to Vraj to take Krishna and Balaram to Mathura. So at that time, Nityananda Prabhu exhibited the feelings or the mood of the gopis, and he was crying incessantly. He wept so bad that in so much of anguish and such intense feeling of separation he exhibited. So Nityananda Prabhu, being the being um, the close associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, since the early age, he has shown such level of absorption, such level of love for Krishna, and how Krishna's devotees are actually uh, how Krishna's devotees are um, so much in separation, and they can't really live without Krishna. That has been uh, you know exhibited or shown by his own personal example. Nityanand Prabhu, uh, Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. These are the five forms of Bhagavan. The Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa. Bhakta Rupa is Krishna himself or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam. Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam is Nityananda Prabhu, that is Balaramji. And that is been described here in this mantra to glorify Panchtattva. These are the different forms of Panchtattva. Five um, individuals who really made this Krishna Bhakti available, accessible to the public in general, the fallen conditioned souls, unfortunate souls of Kali Yuga, which they were actually, we are all actually, in the Guru Maharaj often says this, that we didn't make it in Satya Yuga, we didn't make it in Dwapara, we didn't make it in Treta, and now we are actually the bottom of the barrel, they, they say there's nothing really can happen to, I mean, the whole, in in any kind of grain or other commodity, they say the low bottom most part is worse. You really cannot sell it. You just have to feed it to the cows or something like that. So we are considered to be the bottom of the barrel, but this is the most merciful, most munificent age, where all the great benefit that we can achieve by doing so many thousands of years of tapasya, so much of yajna, or so much of deity worship, and being so surrendered, could be achieved in such a short span of time by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna said, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam braja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishyami ma sucha. Please surrender to me. But how to really surrender? How to do that surrender? How to keep God in the center? How to keep God in the Krishna in the center of our life? That is being practically shown by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And these associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we had a good fortune of celebrating Advaita Saptami this Sunday. Nityananda Tradashi is coming soon, and soon after this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. So this is very, very auspicious time. One would, uh, one should take some extra, service if possible, time permits. Current weather condition is just to be alive in this weather condition is a one sort of austerity. What to speak of, you know, picking up any service, coming to temple. These are all such um, serious austerities that Krishna has actually been putting us through. But try our best. We have to try our best. We should see how we can increase our, chanting and reading and doing some service. At least tell one person, new person about Nityananda Prabhu. At least tell somebody about Krishna as his own devotee form, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this Panch Tattva, and the devotees who are, tell something about, whenever I come across, when I'm shopping outside in Farmington Hills, any Indian or anyone that I meet, and we say, oh, there is a ISKCON temple, Hare Krishna temple. And some of them, when they say, I don't know, I feel it's really bad that, okay, we are not doing what we are supposed to. That at least they should know that we are right on the Grand River Avenue. And some people say that we don't know there is a ISKCON temple in the area. So we have to, really, um, you know, see how we can share our good fortune. And it is just not Indians. Obviously, we feel Indian are the easy target or easier to communicate with. But when um, Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. I am the, cause of all that is existing. And Aham Bija Padaprita. I am the seed giving father of all living entities. That is just not Indian, or that is just not Hindus, but it is for everyone. So, by Prabhupada's mercy, by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, we are given this most uh, most amazing process where we can achieve the highest realization of the Supreme as person and having a loving relationship. And as Mahaprabhu says, that I have the fruits of love that is in abundance. More you share, more it will increase. In material sense, what we feel is if I distribute something that I have, I will lose, you know, or it will deplete, I'll have less for me, you know. But in spiritual sense, as much as we distribute this um, fruit of love of God, love of Krishna, it actually increases. We we are getting more closer to Krishna by doing this service. So we have such wonderful examples all around us, you know, serving Krishna um, so much selflessly, you know. Please, sorry to put you on the spot, Prabhu, but if somebody wants to really see what Krishna consciousness does to you after following so sincerely for a few years, one should interact with Shyam Kishore Prabhu, you know, that how sincerely he serves, how sincerely he practices Krishna bhakti, and such a young age. The other day I heard he was 23 when he joined. I didn't even know what I was doing when I was 23, and in last 11 years he has been what a amazing personality. Like there's so much love and surrender for the process, and the acharyas, our Vaishnava acharyas, all the transcendental personalities he's so much in love with. So I'm very grateful, Prabhu, for this opportunity to share something, and um, I tried my best. Please forgive me for. I have a question. A question. Shyam Kishore Prabhu has a question, and he's going to answer the same question. Go ahead. How can we get the mercy of Nityananda? How can we get the mercy of the Nityananda Prabhu? That is Prabhu's question, and Prabhu is going to answer that also. Can cheat. Cheating is not allowed. Cheating is not allowed. Only thing I know is cheating, bro. Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is available through his devotees. Raghunath Das Goswami, when he really went to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then Nityananda Prabhu came to know that without meeting me, he has gone to see, or he is trying to connect with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu calls him and he says, "Oh, you are a thief," you know. So for all of us, Eno Nitai Vinay Bhai, Radha Krishna Pai Pinai. And Nityananda Prabhu's mercy we get through his devotees like Shyam Kishore Prabhu. That if he becomes merciful to us, we have some chance of don't do this video. Of pleasing Nityananda. You asked the question, I have to answer right. What I feel is right, right? If it's wrong, you can answer. So, Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is only achieved by pleasing his associates, his devotees. So, ultimately, ultimately we are trying to please our Guru by, but our Guru is pleased when we please the devotees, Vaishnavas, serve in the temple to the best of our ability, and trying to go extra mile in these auspicious days where we can invoke more mercy from Nityananda Prabhu. And he's actually, I can never forget this, that Gaurang Prabhu was sharing in Gita Nagari. that we are very reluctant to appear for some paper, that, oh, this subject is so hard, I don't want to go for exam. We are in that mood. We don't want to attempt spiritual life. So Nityanand Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu standing at the outside of the exam hall, they're saying, come, just sit in the exam hall. We will do everything. We'll write all the paper. We'll have the we will write for you. You don't even have to copy. You don't have to. You don't even have to copy the answers from the next door neighbor. We will write. We will do everything for you. Just be there. Just show up. That is the merciful nature of Nityanand Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What to speak of, Nityanand Prabhu, um, what a level of surrender and the love he has for Krishna, that as soon as someone starts chanting Krishna's name, he is so ecstatic, he just rolls on the ground by just hearing someone say Krishna's name. So, invoking mercy of Nityanand Prabhu, how we please by trying to engage in the Sankirtan movement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is very wonderfully inaugurated in America by Srila Prabhupada, and his disciples are pushing it forward, try to be part of that um, benevolent mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's desire, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's desire, taking some part, some way, shape, or form. And as I said, Nityananda, tell somebody completely new, strike a conversation about Nityanand Prabhu. That way, at least someone else will come to know. It is real easy to talk to Indians. I always say this. Oh, you know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Then most of us, we have heard the name as saint or somebody, and then you share about Nityananda Prabhu. So that's my 2 cents, bro. You want to add something, bro?
No, 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 no.
Please. Nikunj Bihar Prabhu, you want to add something? ओके, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, जगत कृष्ण प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। Thank you all very much. Anyone has any comment online? Anything? Please forgive me. Actually, Shyamanand Krishna Prabhu came yesterday. He was supposed to speak. It was his turn. And you had been punished by my. Thank you for tolerating. Hare Krishna. Please forgive me if I said